Folks, I want to start out today by telling y'all that the road to Moscow is paved with good intentions. Now, let me back up, give you a little context, give you a little history, take some notes. Have you ever heard the old saying, it sounds like a good idea on paper whenever people are talking about socialism and its perfidious cousin, communism? Many of the supporters of socialism, they like to echo that sentiment of, well, it's just never really been tried properly in the world. That's about the most common thing you're going to hear people say. But first of all, no. It's not a good idea, not even on paper. We spent over 100 years and 100 million lives proving that. From the bread lines in Russia to the zoo lines in Venezuela, from mass starvation in the Ukraine to the world's most messed up retail outlet for glasses in Cambodia, this crazy belief system of socialism has absolutely nothing going for it. Not even the thing that most people who buy into it think it does, which is compassion. It's not. That's right. See, the idiot kings of our industrial intelligentsia see one thing and one thing only when they try to look at socialism through those rose-colored glasses. They see empathy. They see caring and compassion. Now, don't get me wrong. When it's real, the compassion one feels when one examines the cruelty and disparity purveyed by man upon man is our noblest characteristic as a human species. Nothing more powerful in the world than genuine love for your fellow man. And there's nothing more dangerous in the world than when you only pretend to. But let's be fair to our largely eradicated socialist brothers and sisters of yesteryear, even giving them the benefit of the doubt and assuming that a large number of those people who were involved in, let's say, the Russian Revolution, which led to the rise of the Soviet Union and the socialist communism spreading throughout the world, let's say they were good-hearted people who really only wanted to help their fellow man. Well, sadly, those folks weren't the ones who ended up running the joint. See, wanting the world to be a fairer and better place may be a nice way to be as a person, but if you're stupid about it and don't realize, there's always going to be some lunatic with a hair up his butt ready to take advantage of your generosity and seize the power. That's when compassion ultimately leads to execution, starvation, and overwork. And it usually happens within the space of one short generation. Now, folks, Willie, I need you to understand the point I'm trying to make here. If someone like Bernie Sanders becomes president, I don't think that Bernie is going to intentionally start a famine in Puerto Rico. I don't think he's going to have people who oppose him dragged into a back alley somewhere and shot in the back of the head. For as misguided as he is, I think the Bernster leans a little more towards that model of compassion than anything else. Although, I don't know. How genuine he is anybody's guess. I don't know. No, the thing I worry about with Bernie, not to mention someone like, say, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez here in a few years when she graduates high school, is that he's going to pave the way for someone else to come along and take advantage of the situation. Read your history books, folks. People like Leon Trotsky, who probably had some genuine compassion for the workers of the world he was trying to unite, set up the kind of system where they thought they could help. Trotsky got an ice axe to the head for his trouble. And those workers got a boot to the neck that took half a century to topple. See, it's the Trotskys of the world who opened the door for the Stalins in 10 out of 10 cases. In other words, I'm less worried about feeling the burn than I am about feeling the afterburn. See, this is the strongest, most self-driven, and greatest country in the history of the world. And it can only remain that way if we don't give things like socialism and communism a toehold in the door. So listen, folks, don't vote for Bernie Sanders next year. His compassion may be real or it may be fake, but it doesn't matter. In the end, none of it matters because it won't be him instituting the complete overhaul of our political system. It'll be the guy standing behind him with the ice axe. I love y'all. God bless. Here's a Facebook poke.